sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to guide each day. Let the planets show their signs as the cards and stars combine. Ancient wisdom flows through time. Cards reveal the grand design. Om Namah Shivaya divine. Let the cosmic rhythms align. Om Shanti Om.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am the owner and operator of Astrological Tarot. You can find me at astrologicaltarot.com. And before we go into your live questions and you get your questions in the chat, I want to go into Jupiter this year. Jupiter is going to be in Cancer for most of 2026 into 2027. And there's going to be a little back and forth between Cancer and Leo, which is going to cause some Gandanta stages. So make sure to get out your online calendars, your planners, anything that you use to track, because I'm going to give you some very specific dates on when you can expect blessings and when you should kind of watch out this year regarding Jupiter's transit through Cancer and Leo. So thank you so much for joining me. I want to discuss one of the biggest astrological shifts. Jupiter entering its sign of exaltation, and this starts today and tomorrow. So Jupiter, what does it govern? It governs wisdom, teachers, prosperity, spirituality, education, ethics, divine grace. And when Jupiter changes signs, entire chapters of life begin to unfold. Now, Cancer is the sign of home, family, nourishment, emotional security, and protection. After years of global instability, Jupiter's move into Cancer shifts attention toward healing, community, food security, family housing, and rebuilding what truly sustains all of us. So the collective is going to begin asking this over the next year. What nourishes my life? How do I create more security for myself and my family? And where do I belong? Because these are all Cancerian themes. Now, some remedies that you can do during this transit, which started today, is you can chant to Brihaspati Devi. That is another name for Jupiter, and it's Om Guruve Namaha or Om Brihaspataye Namaha. And this is best done on Thursdays, which is Jupiter's day. And then you could also donate food to those in need. You can honor teachers, elders, and spiritual guides. And you can study sacred texts and spiritual philosophy as well. You can also wear yellow on Thursdays because that's Brihaspati's color. Now, a good reason to do this is Saturn is continuing to move through Pisces, and that brings us a lot of water-based themes. Now, Jupiter's entering Cancer. That kind of prepares us for this final stretch of Saturn through Pisces. Now, the last Saturn in Pisces cycle was 1995 to 1998, and that coincided with major floods, hurricanes, infrastructure failures, migration crises, and a historically hot 1997 to 1998 El Nino. And that's on the books for us this year around November. So as Saturn completes Pisces and Jupiter and also enters a water sign, we may continue to see global themes involving a lot of water and climate events, food and resource security, public health concerns, migration and displacement because of either flooding or droughts, ocean, shipping, infrastructure. All of those are getting affected by these transits. Now, some remedies that you can do for Saturn are you can feed crows on Saturdays because that's his animal. You can also help the elderly. You can perform regular charitable services in your community because Shani Dev loves that. And you can also chant this on Saturdays, aka Saturn days. Om Pram Prim Pram Sa Shanishwaraya Namaha. And that is a very good chant for Lord Saturn. And then you can also maintain a discipline in your spiritual practice, but it's really important that you avoid any unnecessary negativity, any gossip, any resentment coming your way. Okay. Now, here's the really exciting thing coming up. Yay, this is in 8 days. Jupiter and Venus are meeting in the sky, and that's from June 8th to July 4th. If you see it in your area, it looks like the most beautiful bright star. And it's one of the most beautiful transits this year, because when Jupiter and Venus, which are both benefics, good planets, join together in Cancer, this supports our relationships, our marriages, our family harmony with one another, financial growth, home improvements, spiritual study, and creativity and artistic pursuits. Who doesn't want those things? So it's a reminder that even during these challenging times, kindness, compassion, and generosity can still be very powerful forces. Now, some Venus remedies to just add a little punch to this transit is you can offer white flowers to the Divine Mother or divine entity of your choice. You can donate to women, children, and animal charities. You can practice gratitude in your relationships. You can also listen to devotional music and just spend some time in beauty and nature. So then, get those calendars out. We have on June 18th, Jupiter entering Pushya Nakshatra. This is one of the most auspicious nakshatras because Pushya symbolizes nourishment. You see the cow with the udders here giving us all that beautiful milk. It's protection, it's teaching, charity, spiritual growth. This is an excellent period for learning and teaching and beginning your spiritual disciplines and community service and building those long-term foundations. And then this is just a little bit of a warning. On July 14th to August 13th, that's almost a full month, during this period, Jupiter becomes combusted by the sun. Now, traditionally, as astrologers, we avoid any kind of auspicious ceremonies, if possible, during this time. And the lesson is very simple. Don't let ego overpower wisdom, and you'll be okay. Just move very carefully during that month and think before reacting and seek guidance from trusted mentors, okay? Then on August 18th, we have Jupiter entering Ashlesha Nakshatra, that beautiful cluster of stars in the sky. This brings our attention to psychology, healing traumas, hidden information, research, and a lot of beautiful spiritual transformation. Truths that have been buried often surface during this period, so we can look forward to that. Then on August 31st, Jupiter is going to form a powerful trine with Saturn. This is one of the most constructive transits of the year because Jupiter can provide us with the vision and Saturn will provide us with structure so our dreams can become plans. Now, you have to kind of be careful because this is right after a couple of eclipses, so definitely keep those in mind as well. But this is a good time for career building, long-term investments, education, business growth, and spiritual discipline. Then on October 31st, Jupiter enters Leo, and this is in Magha Nakshatra. Now, it's important that the first few days of that you take it easy because Jupiter is going to be going through what's called a Gandanta. That occurs between water and fire signs. In this case, it's the Ashlesha Magha Gandanta. But once it moves through toward beginning of November, Cancer is going to ask you, how do I nurture? And that's going to morph into, how do I lead in Leo? So the focus is going to then go into leadership, visibility, more creativity, legacy, and owning your personal authority. And Jupiter, when he enters Magha Nakshatra, it's a royal throne. It brings questions about ancestry, leadership, and the responsible use of power. There are good kings and bad kings. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, they all have their ascendants here. Okay, it's literally Magha, which kind of cracks me up. But it's all about people who have been entrusted with power in this birth, and how you use that power determines how they're going to be treated in their next birth, because then they become the subject of what they did. All right, and then also on October 31st, Jupiter is going to be joining Ketu, and that's up until November 25th. Ketu is the south node. So this combination is going to bring a lot of spiritual awakening, some ego release, a reassessment of leadership, connections with ancestral wisdom, and less interest in status and more interest in meeting. A lot of astrologers predict that certain leaders, especially that have their ascendants in Magha, will undergo some health things during this time. Yes, we can expect that as well. But as you know in previous videos, July of 2028 is when a lot of things are going to shift as far as our leadership in Los Estados Unidos, the United States. And if you go back to that video, you'll see that. Then on December 12th, mark your calendars, Jupiter's turning retrograde. This is a big review period. What have you learned? How have you truly grown? What needs refinement in your life? Because when Jupiter briefly revisits Cancer in 2027 before returning permanently to Leo, it's giving us a second opportunity to fully strengthen our family, our emotional healing, and our spiritual foundations. Okay. So I'm going to go into Jupiter in Cancer 2026 to 2027 forecast by sign. I'm going to start with rising sign and then moon sign. Okay. If you don't know your Vedic rising sign or moon sign, I have a free chart calculator available on my website. It's right here, astrologicaltarot.com. Okay. So let's start with Aries. Jupiter is going to be transiting your 4th house. So for relationships, family is going to become a major focus. Some Aries natives may reconcile with relatives, while others may finally address those long-standing issues that have been pushed aside for years. Those seeking a relationship may be drawn to someone who feels emotionally safe or grounded rather than something exciting or unpredictable. Married couples may also look at relocation, buying property, or expanding their family. As far as career and money, dear Aries, career growth comes indirectly by strengthening your foundations, working from home, real estate, property investments, family business, home-based ventures. Those are all things that can prosper for you this year. Some of you may purchase property or renovate your home, but financial stability improves if you avoid any type of impulsive spending. Think long-term. As far as your health, dear Aries, your emotional health and your physical health will become strongly connected. Stress may manifest through digestion or chest-related issues. You need to prioritize rest and emotional processing during this year. And a peaceful home environment will have a huge impact on your well-being. So a good remedy that you can do is you can offer water to the sun at sunrise and maintain gratitude toward parents, teachers, and caretakers this year. Now let's go into Taurus. Jupiter is going to be transiting your 3rd house. What does this mean for your relationships? Communication becomes key to relationship success. Sibling relationships may improve significantly. If there have been any misunderstandings with a partner, any honest dialogue that you have with them is going to be very beneficial. Also, long-distance relationships may become more prominent for you. As far as career and money, this is excellent for entrepreneurs, writers, teachers, marketers, content creators, social media professionals. Your confidence grows and people will be more receptive to your ideas. Short travel and business may also increase for you as well, Taurus. Now, as far as your health, your nervous system will benefit from regular movement and exercise. Avoid overcommitting yourself, because when you feel stressed, you can have aches in your neck, your shoulder, or down your arm. Okay, that can bring a little more tension that needs attention. Okay. Now, a good remedy for you, dear Taurus, is you can recite Guru's mantra, which I gave you at the beginning on Thursdays, and you can share your knowledge freely with others because it's being divinely led. Now, dear Gemini, what's going on with your relationships this year? Jupiter's in your 2nd house, so that's family harmony can improve. Conversations about finances, inheritances, or shared resources will become important. Single Geminis may meet partners through family introductions or community connections. As far as career and money, dear Gemini, one of the strongest wealth-building transits is for you this year. Yay! So income opportunities increase, savings improve, and valuable professional contacts will appear. Because Jupiter, he favors teaching, consulting, writing, and communication-based professions. Now, as far as your health, dear Geminis, your diet is going to be extremely important. Okay, so because Jupiter can increase indulgence. That can lead to weight gain. And if your blood sugar is a concern, make sure you moderate that, okay? Now, as far as remedies, you can donate food regularly and practice mindful speech during this transit. Now let's get to our dear Cancers. Jupiter is going to be transiting your 1st house over the next year. That's amazing for you because you're going to become more attractive, more visible, more emotionally open, especially when it comes to your relationships. And your existing relationships often improve because your optimism and confidence are going to increase. So singles may attract a meaningful long-term partnership, and marriage prospects are particularly strong. As far as career and money, this is one of your best professional years in over a decade. I love giving you guys good news. Recognition, promotions, leadership opportunities, public visibility increases. New ventures started during this period often will have long-term potential for you. Now, as far as your health, your overall vitality can improve. Many Cancerians experience increased energy and resilience. However, Jupiter can also bring excess weight and diet if your dietary habits become a little too indulgent. So watch for those. A good remedy for you to do is you can honor your spiritual teachers and engage in acts of generosity every Thursday, which is Guru's Day. Now, dear Leos, Jupiter is transiting your 12th house. What does this mean for relationships? They're going to become more spiritual and introspective. Some connections may naturally drift apart as you focus on your own healing and personal growth. Long distance and foreign relationships are also possible. When it comes to your career and money, dear Leo, expenses can increase, especially related to travel, education, healthcare, and spiritual pursuits. But financial gains, they may not be obvious, but investments in your personal growth can pay off later. As far as your health, it's important that you prioritize sleep and mental health this year. This is an excellent year for healing a lot of emotional wounds and reducing any kind of chronic stress that you've been carrying around. A good remedy for you is meditation, retreats, charity, and spiritual study. Those are going to bring out really powerful benefits. Now let's get to dear Virgos. Jupiter is going to be going through your 11th house. What does that mean for relationships? Friendships are going to flourish. New social circles are going to emerge for you this year. Some friendships can even develop into romantic relationships if you don't have one, and existing partners may become more supportive of your ambitions. Love that for you. As far as career and money, one of the strongest income producing transits available. Professional networks expand dramatically. Long-term goals gain momentum, and influential allies may appear unexpectedly. As far as your health, dear Virgo, this is generally a supportive year, although you're going to have a really busy schedule that can lead to exhaustion. So don't neglect your health and take breaks. Okay. A good remedy is support community causes and participate in spiritual activities and groups because that's really supported. Now, lovely Libra, Jupiter is going to be going through your 10th house. What does that mean for relationships? Career success may require balancing your work and your family life. Partners can become more involved, especially in supporting your ambitions, which I love. You're going to get more. You're gonna be very busy at work, so time management is going to be really important for you this year. As far as your career and money, this is a major professional advancement cycle. Promotions, leadership positions, public recognition, business expansion, those things are all possible for you, Virgo. And authority figures tend to be more supportive of you this year. As far as your health, stress management is essential because you're going to be busy. You're going to have a lot of responsibilities, okay? So you're going to be successful, but take breaks. A good remedy is practicing humility while pursuing leadership opportunities, especially regarding your career. Now, dear Scorpio, where's Jupiter for you? Your 9th house. Now, what does that mean for relationships? You're going to have some shared spiritual interests, and those are going to strengthen your relationships. Travel is supported, education, philosophical exploration. That's going to bring a lot of opportunities to connect with like-minded people. Career and money. This is a good time for teaching, publishing, higher education, legal matters, international opportunities, and fortune tends to increase when you align with ethical principles. So when it comes to your health, this is actually a generally favorable year for you. There's going to be some travel-related fatigue, or especially if you overextend yourself, that's going to require some attention, but that's the only warning there. And a good remedy for you this year, dear Scorpios, is you can study sacred texts and honor your teachers and mentors. Now let's get to Sagittarius. Jupiter is transiting your 8th house. In your relationships, Deep emotional transformation is going to occur. Hidden issues within your relationship surface for healing, and intimacy and trust become central themes this year. As far as career and money, shared resources, inheritances, insurance, taxes, investments, and passive income become important. Some Sagittarians may receive unexpected financial support, which is kind of good. And then as far as your health, this is an excellent period for addressing chronic health conditions and making lasting lifestyle changes. And a good remedy for you this year, dear Sagittarius, is you can practice ancestor offerings and maintain strong spiritual routines if you aren't already. Now let's get to Capricorns. Jupiter is going to be transiting your 7th house over the next year. What does this mean for your relationships? This is one of the best relationship transits available. Marriage prospects will increase significantly. Existing partnerships are going to deepen through mutual support and shared goals, because the 7th house rules relationships and Jupiter's blessing the heck out of it. And career and money, business partnerships become particularly beneficial for you this year, and collaborative ventures tend to outperform your solo efforts. As far as your health, this is generally supportive, although your emotional well-being becomes linked to relationship harmony. Okay. Now, a good remedy is you can express gratitude toward your partners and seek cooperation over competition. Okay, dear Capricorns. Now let's go to Aquarius. Jupiter is going to be transiting your 6th house. Now, relationships, work, and daily responsibilities may compete with your relationship needs. Clear communication helps maintain the balance there. When it comes to career and money, steady improvement in your employment, your work conditions, and your professional reputation can be seen. There can be a reduction in your debts, and financial organization is going to be a lot easier for you this year. As far as your health, dear Aquarius, one of the strongest healing periods you've experienced in years, because Jupiter is going to support your recovery, give you some healthier habits, and better healthcare outcomes. It's good to have him here. Now, a good remedy for you is you can do some volunteer service. You can help those in need, because that will even strengthen Jupiter's blessings in your life. Now, last but certainly not least, Pisces. Jupiter is going to be going through your 5th house. What does that mean for relationships? This is very favorable for romance. Okay. Singles may meet significant partners, while existing relationships can become more joyful and more affectionate. Fertility and family expansion themes are also highlighted. So if you're thinking about having a baby or expanding your family, that's supported, dear Pisces. As far as your health, your overall, career and money, your creative projects, they're going to thrive this year. This is for teachers, artists, writers, performers, healers, spiritual practitioners. You're all going to benefit enormously. And then there's some speculative ventures that should be approached with wisdom rather than excitement. So take your time on those. As far as your health, overall vitality will improve. Your emotional well-being will strengthen through creativity and meaningful self-expression. Yay. And a good remedy is to worship your chosen deity. We call it your Ishta Devata. And you can teach others while dedicate time to spiritual learning. So that's all the signs this year. I hope you guys wrote those dates down and were able to look up your moon and rising. But the great lesson that Jupiter in Cancer is teaching us over the next year is we need to restore what nourishes us. It's important that we strengthen our roots. We protect what matters in our life. We care for our loved ones, and we invest in our spiritual life. The more gratitude, wisdom, and compassion that we cultivate during this transit is going to bring even more blessings from Jupiter. So I'm going to move on to tonight's readings. I hope you guys got your questions in the chat. Know that tips do receive priority, and then I go in order received, same format as always. And please be present when your name is called. So let's see what the cards have to say, and I'm excited to see what Spirit and the guides have to say about, what's going on in your lives tonight. So thank you for being here, guys. All right. Go ahead and say hello to everyone in the chat before we get started. We have the lovely Sybil here. It is lovely to see you, Sybil. Thank you for joining us. We've got Lord Surya shining his rays on me over here. Oh, and Amy, you're a new member. Thank you so much. Go ahead and ask your question, dear Amy. And Maria, lovely to see you. I'll get your question in the chat. Okay, and it's almost 3 a.m. in Norway. Well, thank you for joining us, dear. Oh, and Jonathan, there he is. He says hi, everybody. Let me just pull this curtain over a little bit so I'm not completely, there we go, that's a little better. Okay, and let's see. Oh, Barbara's here. Lovely to see you, Barbara. I hope you're doing well, dear. Oh my goodness. And oh, thank you so much, Kawashwashagi. I hope I said your name right. Thank you. I really appreciate that very much. I love your photo. And okay, Sybil, I'll go ahead and get your question in. And Storm 1010, I love how you made a 5 out of the storm. That's very cool. Good to see you. And thank you for reminding everyone of the rules, Venus. It's lovely to see you, my dear. Yes, post questions in caps. Tippers get $5 minimum. They get priority, and I spend a little more time on your reading if you tip as well, okay? All right. All right. And welcome. I love that's an auspicious date for you. Welcome, my dear. Oh my gosh, Steve's here. Have a beautiful Monday to you too, Steve. Happy lunes, moon day. It's lovely to see you. It is a beautiful Monday, isn't it? Love your attitude, Steve. And then Shaw, I will go ahead and get your question in. Make sure that you're in the chat when I call you. And Barbara, I'll get your question in. And 9 Worlds to Row. Lovely to see you, Kristen. I hope you're doing well. And you love Virgo's incoming. Me too. I love giving Jupiter transits because he's the blessings we can expect this year. So, and then I'm a Scorpio in both Western and Vedic. Lords help me. Yes, you are. I love that for you. Very introspective. And Nessie, Pisces. Oh, welcome, dear Pisces. And greetings from South Africa. It's lovely to see you, Nellie. And Nessie, I will go ahead and star your question. And people are saying hi to Jonathan. He says hi back. Oh my goodness. And Rachel, it's so good to see you, my dear. I'll go ahead and star your question. And Amy, you got it. You're because you are a member, you are in the front of the line. And Jonathan says, thank you for joining us today. Thank you, sweetie. Angel, welcome, Angel. It is lovely to see you, my dear. And Angel's from New Mexico. Well, welcome from New Mexico. I'm in Mexico. I live in Mexico City, so I love that. Oh, such a beautiful day today, you guys. It was just, the sun is shining. It was just a beautiful day for a walk. Rosie just loves going out, and she was a little tuggy on the leash because there were a lot of puppies out today, but it was just a beautiful day to be out and enjoy nature. And the one thing I love most about Mexico City is it feels like there's more trees than people here. I mean, it's the amount of plant life here is incredibly. I mean, how would you describe it, Jonathan? Lush. I mean, every street is just trees everywhere, and it's every tree, bush, cactus you can imagine. And everyone has plants on their balconies and flowers, and it's a plant paradise here. I've never lived in a city, and Jonathan's lived in Chicago, Manhattan. I live in Hawaii. I live in Honolulu. We've never lived in places, a city this big with this much plant life. And we lived in Seattle too. So it's just a really beautiful, beautiful day to go out. And then let's see. Oh, you're a Cancer. Very cool. So Nellie, you're going to want to watch the beginning again, and I go by sign, and I also provide dates at the beginning too. We can all watch for. And I'm not sure what your question means, Tung. Okay, if you can elaborate on that. And then Delphi, good to see you. Oh, thank you. I love singing mantras too. I hope you sing along at home. They're so powerful, aren't they? Oh, it's great to have you here, sweetie. Okay, so let me check my inbox here. We've got Miss Rachel Rose. Okay. And just know that I do tippers, and then members, and then I go in order. Okay, my dears? And Melissa, lovely to see you. I did do a reading for Taurus, yes. And just to let everybody know, it's the sidereal zodiac. So go ahead and go to astrologicaltarot.com. It's right down here under my tagline. And a free chart calculator. You just put your birth date information in, and you can find out what your moon or your rising is. The moon is how Jupiter is going to emotionally support you this year. And your rising, which is your ascendant, is basically how you're going to be supported this year, because that's who you are and how you're operating. The rising is the most important in the reading. Okay. So yes, you can do the replay and watch that, Melissa. Thank you for joining us, dear. All right. So Miss Rachel, you are first, my dear. I would love a reading for my emotional health now. I'm having trouble settling in. I understand. I feel like my values are in question and my soul is confused. Okay, my dear. So let me pull a few cards for you. Okay. What do you guys want Miss Rachel to know? Oh, yes, you are going through some transformation. It probably explains why you're feeling the way you are. Oh, Melissa, you're a Cancer moon and a Libra rising. I love that for you. Well, I covered both, so you can definitely check that out. I put a lot into those. So, and it was really interesting when I looked at the Saturn and Pisces and some of the other aspects that we're having. And we have a super El Nino coming, and I didn't know that until I looked at I said, what happens between 95 and 97, particularly 97 and 98, these dates? And a lot of climate change involving water. So that's what we can expect this summer and fall, which is going to be interesting. Okay. Good evening, Miss Susan. It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. And thank you for putting my website out, Venus. I appreciate that. So everyone can look up their sign. Oh, Rachel, yeah, you're going through some stuff, sweetie. Okay. All right. So the main energy that I got in and around you, my dear, is I got Scorpio. What does this mean? This is my sign for a lot of transformation coming your way. This rules the 8th house of life, death, rebirth. It's a lot of energy to handle. So when I get this, it's more along the lines of just, you're going through it, but know that it is temporary. Okay, my dear? Know that the old things need to die in order for new beginnings to begin again. And you've had a lot of endings come in the last year for you. And I know that yeah, you're still struggling with Ollie and things like that, and I'm right there with you. I'm still. we actually celebrated Bella's. Her passing was March 28th, 2018. Still raw for me. Like, she was my best little girl in the whole world, and I loved her with everything. So just know that my heart is with you. I completely understand what you're going through, dog mom to dog mom. And that Ollie is always with you in spirit, and he loves you. But I know how hard it is not to have him here with us in the physical. So I'm just sending you some love, all right, sweetie? Especially as you go through these moves. Now, the first card I got was the 7 of Swords, and it came up reversed. Okay, so you feel there's an apology coming for something that's been, stolen, or, you might have been a little hoodwinked. So that's a good thing, but it's not good to be stolen from in the first place. So I understand that. The next card I got was the 4 of Pentacles, but it also came up reversed. This is actually good when it comes up reversed. It means that you need to release some unjustified fears, enjoy what you have, let go of expectation and control issues, especially around your home right now, because it's important you just went through some traumas in this area, and it's important not to allow those to affect where you're at right now as you try to relax into this new space, okay? Fear-based control is not going to help your root chakra, help you feel grounded, especially when it comes to trying to feel like you're at home in this new environment, okay? I also got that you're still in mourning. I got the 5 of Cups. But it's important that if you're experiencing some depression, some setbacks, loss, regret, to let go. Invite acceptance and healing into your heart, my dear. Know that the pain will end. There is a road to recovery, but you have to make space for that, okay? Because pain is meant to teach, not to become your identity. And there's an opportunity for healing that is being resisted here. So it's important that you sit in your grief, that you allow those cracks in your heart to be filled with golden light and with love. And know that you are a very special being. And the reason why you're grieving so much is because you have such a big, beautiful heart. Okay. So know that you can create space for your grief, but don't let it become you. I'm speaking from experience here. And that you do have some good things coming on your horizon. Now, I also have that you have an important decision coming your way. Okay. So it's important that you keep a clear mind moving forward as you go through this. And that you don't allow your emotions to get in the way of your beautiful, your resilience and your ability to move forward. Okay, that's the main thing that I'm getting here. All right. I hope that was helpful, my dear. And my heart goes out to you as you go through this, because whenever I pull cards like that, it just tells me that you're going through it. Know that it's temporary, and that it's important that you create space for yourself and try to relax into your new apartment. You know, do things that make you feel good. Practice some self-care. And those are some things that can kind of push through some of the grief that you're going through. They took away the traps. The management here are amazingly good and patient and kind to me. That is wonderful. I don't blame myself anymore for putting him down, but I miss him so freaking much. That is awesome. I love that, Rachel. But I understand missing him. I really do. I'm right there with you. And he doesn't at all. The thing is you did so much for him that he can see it on the other side, and he appreciates that. And it's so much better over there than it is here, because this is Richoloka, the things for all things past. So to know that things are better for him. Okay, sweetie? All right. I hope that was helpful, my dear. And Storm, where am I from? I'm from all over the world. I grew up in the military, so I don't really have a home. I'm in Mexico right now. So, and then after this, I'll probably be in another country. So, and then, yeah, you know what? Just stay on track. Try to calm your environment. You do have a decision coming up, so it's just important that you come from a place of grounding. Okay. And what's my zodiac? I am a Cancer sun, a Aquarian moon, and a Taurus rising. Thank you for asking. You still cry for Ollie. I'm thinking about getting a cat. He was my baby. Okay, yeah. You know what? You do you. You figure out what would be best for you. And, you know, that little being will reach out, and you'll know when you know. Sokol, lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'll go ahead and get your question in the chat. We go with tippers, and then we go in order. So make sure that you're here when I call you. Okay, my dear? All right. And he visited you yesterday. I love that. Oh, yes. And I am feeling a little better. I'm not 100%. I'm still dealing with stuff, but oh my gosh, it was, Rachel, it was every 10 minutes. I did not sleep. I thought I was going to have to go to the emergency room. It was so bad. So I'm really glad I'm feeling better too. So, yeah. And Simply Peter, thank you so much for joining us on Twitch. It's lovely to see you. I hope you can promote me. That's great. Thank you so much. And the lovely Susan. Okay, I'll go ahead and get your question. Oh, maybe a dog or a cat. Yes, and I did buy ginger. I had ginger and I made tea, so that did help, Rachel. So I appreciate that. And then Venus, you say that you had issues with your eye and with your ear. Okay, yeah, we were all dealing with stuff. Saturn aspect 3rd, 7th, and 9th from where he's at. And The third aspect was right on my ascendant when I got hit with Montezuma's Revenge, and it was the worst food poisoning I've ever had. I mean, I was like, am I going to have to go on an IV? It was because I already have IBS. And so it was just double down, and I'm still dealing with it, but it's not like every 10 minutes I think I'm going to have to go to the hospital bad. So I'm really glad that I'm okay. And as you guys know, I'm Jonathan's caretaker, and so there was that. So it was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So it was a really rough few days, but I'm glad I'm feeling better. So, and eye and ear here too. Weird. Okay, Venus. Rachel was affected as well. So it was a little scary because I couldn't keep anything down, you know, and when you can't keep anything down, you worry about dehydration and then, you know, your kidneys and things like that. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, it was pretty nuts. So, and I'm Rosie's caretaker too. Yes. Yeah. So I couldn't take her out. Jonathan had to take her out, and I had to pray he didn't go get lost. So I have an app with an AirTag on my phone that's attached to him. He has a badge that he wears when he goes out. We have all of these things in place, but I still get nervous, you know. So anyway, okay, let's go on to our next lovely question. Let's see here. Okay, Barbara is next. Thank you for your tip, Barbara. And then Susan. And then we're going to get to the lovely Amy because you're a new member. Okay. All right. So, Miss Barbara, given the astrology of June, what is the highest expression of me wanting to be seen? Ooh, I love that for you. Okay. Well, I think you said you were Virgo, right? So for Virgos, you just go back and do the reading. Oh, and I'll give you a tarot reading too. I don't want to distract myself. Okay. Let's see what the cards have to say too, because I like combining them. In my name. Okay, Shah, I know that you were before Barbara, but Barbara tipped. Okay, so I go in order of tips, and then I go in order in the chat, okay? Okay. I'm getting some good cards for you, Barbara. I hope you're doing well. I love the photos you sent over to me, especially of the horses in Costa Rica. They are so beautiful. I'm a big horse fan, so I love seeing those. And I'm so glad that you had a good stay there. Okay. Highest expression. What do we have for Miss Barbara? Oh, no worries, Shah. It's okay. Especially if you're new. It's just how we work the show. Wow, you're getting similar cards here. Ooh, I got a good one for you, Barbara. You're going to like the final card. I love pulling this. It's actually pretty rare that I pull it. So there you go. Good things coming for you this month of June. Okay, so the first card that I got for you, Miss Dear Barbara, is I got Capricorn. This is all about goals, really stepping into your business minded self. Like, I know that you have a really good platform that you operate from for your goals and your book and everything that you're working on. So just continue to do that because it's being supported by spirit. But this is my card for business people, entrepreneurs, really setting goals this month that are going to last you for years. Okay, so think long term this month because there's a lot of potential coming for you. Okay, then I got the Seven of Swords reversed for you too. So this tells me, okay, collective, pay attention. There's going to be an apology maybe for something stolen or something exposed. So just receive it with grace and know that the person didn't really know what they might have been doing, and if they did, that they regret it. Okay, so that's what's coming your way. This happened to me last month, so it was very interesting. It was with the management here. They messed up the billing and sent me all these fines, and I was like, I paid on time, and it took a month to to clear it up, but they apologize. So something like that is coming your way, okay? Then I got the Nine of Wands reversed. This tells me that you might be a little on guard, and just be careful not to get exhausted, okay? There might be a negative behavior pattern that you're going to help be kind of overcome, okay? This is something regarding your boundaries, okay? So this might be related to the apology that you receive, all right? So just take that in stride, and you're going to be okay as far as, standing up for your highest good, okay? Then I got the Four of Pentacles. It came up upright. So it's important that, to know that growth requires releasing something. So this tells me that if you're a little worried about money right now, like you feel like you have to hoard it, you have to kind of like really watch things, overly manage, conserve, that it's important to release any unjustified fears you have in and around money and really enjoy what you have this month. Let go of expectations and control issues around finances, and that's going to help you relax a little bit more into your goals and what you have for your business, because it also means maybe putting a little more money into your business, okay? I put quite a bit of money into my business last month, and I did get a few new clients this month, but it took 4 weeks for it to kind of kick in. So it's important that you don't be too strict with yourself regarding your finances, especially when it comes to pursuing those beautiful goals, your business, your ideas, any kind of coaching that you plan to do, because those things are being supported for you, okay? And then I got that you also have a decision to make this month. Consider all your options before making an informed choice. This is going to involve you kind of breaking out of what your normal routine and how you normally handle things and trying something new. You're going to veer out onto a new adventure and make a decision that deviates from your typical trend or habit. So Spirit is going to gift you with a greater understanding of who you are and what you came here to create. So it's important that you invest a little bit of your funds into this, because they're challenging you to be a little more decisive and business-like this month. Because once you start being more strong-minded, dear Barbara, it's going to create opportunities to reflect on those longer-term goals and desires that Capricorn is supporting. So you're going to be in a better position to plan and achieve those goals if you invest in them now and think long-term, because you're building a foundation. You might consider expanding your development and grow your horizons beyond your immediate environment, whether that involves, maybe doing an exploratory trip, anything that gets you out of where you're at. It could even be going to a cafe and writing instead of staying in the house, okay? But with careful planning and a really moderated approach this month, you're going to set yourself up for success now and move toward the future. That's what I'm getting from all of the different cards that we're receiving, okay? And then this is the best card. I love this card. I don't know if you've been working on your spiritual practice, but you're connecting to true source to start manifesting your desires. So this tells me that your project is spiritual in nature. Wow, the crown chakra is activated. This is the Sahasrara. It's connected to your well-being, your mind, your body, your spirit in this life. And this tells me that you're really here to bring some very powerful spiritual principles here on earth. And the more that you release some of those limiting programs that I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, and those emotional patterns, the more quickly and easily you're going to manifest your desires this month. You can create your life as you intended it, dear Barbara. So if you choose to live life fully, you can achieve full enlightenment where all things are possible. I love this for you. I love it. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Oh my goodness. I love tapping into your energy. Okay, you want to go back? Go back. It's supported. I'm serious. Do it. And you're a Leo ascending. Okay, so, oh my goodness. So that actually, 12th house does rule foreign lands. Okay, and that's where Jupiter's going to be for you. You'll want to watch your expenses a little bit, but if it's toward your long-term goals and ambitions, then, have a plan before you go, because that's what the Capricorn card is saying. Don't act now because Jupiter's in your 12th house. Once he goes into your first house next year, ooh, Barbara, it's going to be good. You're going to get blessed, okay? That is when you can really start to enact a lot of the plans that you make this year. But this is a great year for your spiritual development. And that's probably why I got the Enlightenment card. And if you feel connected to certain areas on Earth, go explore them. This is the time to do it. And Yanuman, it's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. All right, it lands as I step in to show the words come to me. I love that, Barbara. That is beautiful. Well, I pray that this is a very good month for manifesting those goals and ambitions, because you got some really beautiful ones. And I love the way you write too. You've got a great blog. Okay. Now, next. Let me just check. Barbara. Okay, we have Miss Susan next. Yay, Susan. Let me find your question. Okay. Ooh, we got a long one. I'm having meetings with a variety of people about establishing your nonprofit research institute and a church. It seems huge, so much to do, but it also seems like the right thing to do. I agree with you. Should we rush to try to apply for a small grant this year with an August 14th deadline, or release that expectation and focus on something else? Okay, let me pull cards for that. Okay. Now, Jupiter's going to be going through your 4th house, Miss Susan. So this is a good time to look at real estate. It's a good time to focus on foundational things regarding what you're doing. Okay. Let's see. Should we try to apply for a small grant? I'll pull cards for that first. Okay, small grant. Okay, that's saying no. That's interesting. There we go. Now I'm getting some cards. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm not getting bad cards for the small grant. Okay. But I am getting some direction for you. Oh my goodness. Wow. These are great. Okay, so Miss Susan, the main energy that I'm getting in and around this is, you know, I love my karma cards, is I got Venus. We love it when we pull Venus. And then I got Capricorn, the card of business. So if you read it across, it's cherish your goals, enjoy the day-and-day reality of, charm, art, and beauty are the way to use the most business-like way to meet your goals, okay? Venus rules money. Capricorn rules business. It's Saturn. They're friends. Venus and Saturn are friends. So it's important that you see this from a very practical perspective, okay? It is supported when I do get this, but make sure that you read the documentation very carefully and that you're getting good advice in that area. Now, the really good card that I got, and this is for just the organization and moving ahead as well, is I got the 3 of Cups. So what you're creating is a place of celebration, a fun place, a place where people can come together in gratitude. It's a place of hospitality, friendship, helping people make lifestyle changes for the better. And I read your business plan. It's phenomenal. Okay. So really focus on your heart chakra, belonging, include other people in your vision. And this also tells me to invite other investors in on the vision and provide them with some kind of kickback. Like, even if it's putting a brick, like I know that there's a lot of memorials and things that do this, but like having a message board at the front. What do you do, Jonathan? You're in city council. What would you suggest Susan does to kind of like invite investors in for her vision? Because I'm getting invite investors in, like people that share your vision, that are willing to invest, but like their name needs to be on the building or they need some kind of
I
recognition.
look at Facebook groups and social media groups similar to what she's trying to do.
So he says Facebook groups, social media groups similar that are what you're trying to do. Also reach out to people in your community, community organizations, businesses, people that want their name put on something remarkable. Turn it into a community event. That's the main thing that I'm getting, because if you involve other people, they're going to be just as excited about this as you are, and they're going to want to invest. So don't just rely on the banks to do this. Involve others. That's the main thing that I'm getting. I'm not getting bad cards for the small loan, but I am getting cards that indicate that it's important that you involve others in your vision and allow them to participate. Okay, because this is a community project. Okay, then I got the Two of Wands. This is my planning card. Okay, take time to contemplate the loan idea. Maybe think of assess it. Does it fit your outlook and the vision of what you have? Because if you're looking to expand and it supports your ambitions, great. But what I'm getting is, if you get this loan and I'm not getting bad cards for it, try to turn it into something that brings the community together and attracts investors. People with similar hearts and minds that want to turn this into an experience that helps the world at large, because oh my gosh, do we need that right now. It's what you're doing is so incredibly important, Susan. Okay, now this is what I got for the overall energy in and around it. I'm going to see if you said anything. Let's see. I'm thinking of a concierge level of health services. Yes. And then a bunch of folks finding a farm today. Oh, that's perfect. I love that. Yeah, they really want you to involve others. And then it's a grant to improve the health of the rural poor and oh my gosh, helping the rural poor flourish. So that's probably why Saturn's involved, because he's going, this is great. Are you kidding? So it is supported. Okay. Now, when you do this fundraising event, this is the main thing that I'm getting. Bring singers together, bring musicians together. I got the cultivation card. This is all about music that can heal, encourage, and nurture our souls. This is people getting together and singing together. It's bhakti. It's what you do with sacred harp. So your spirituality is an essential part of who you are, and you are expanding it to so many beautiful souls. So, and because it forms the framework of your world, and then you can expand it for others. Because like I said, I read your chart. You were a guru and this energy. So the people that you should be inviting into this music background, that's the main thing that I'm getting, because music, it's known to cultivate community. It fosters a lot of communication and greater unity, and the cultivation, it's going to develop and encourage and nourish and nurture, and it's inviting you to incorporate music into your ministry that's going to augment the spiritual expansion. Okay, so involving music is going to be very important in your ministry, because it's going to attract the community that you're looking for. Okay, and remember I told you you're a bit of a guru. Well, this kind of goes along with your guru. I got the embrace card. I don't know if you've been hugging people a lot lately, but during this age in Kali Yuga, with AI and people getting more and more separate and isolated, this is going to create a place where people truly feel where they belong, where they can recognize a physical interaction as amazing as a hug can change their entire world, because these are going to be rare in the future. And you're developing a community where people can come and not only feel like they're a part of something, but feel embraced and loved. So Spirit is encouraging you to maintain your compassionate heart as you move into this ministry. Be nurturing towards yourself and others. Your hugs are healing, is what they're telling me. You understand that healthy relationships require a lot of work to maintain them. And in many parts of the world, hugging is recognized as not only a familiar kind of greeting, but it's an acknowledgement of support, reassurance from someone else. So Spirit is encouraging you to be nurturing towards yourself and toward others. I mean, this is like Amma, right? Your hugs are going to be familiar, full of love and affection. Your other people are going to be, it's just going to be great. Okay. So the best way to show your support as you bring these groups together is to just be comforting, be consoling, bring people together in music. And you're going to heal yourself as you go through this as well, and your family. So like I said, I think after your birthday in 2027, you have 100 points on your Mars, which is going to be a massive turning point health-wise for you. So that's going to be a great turning point for you as well. You've got good things coming your way, Susan. Okay, so I got good cards for getting the loan. I'm excited for how you're going to use it. Obviously, you know, I got Capricorn, so make sure that you're doing it in the most business-like way, and you're going to be great. So, and then the program includes sacred harp singing. I love that. Spirit loves that too, Susan. And it's the whole basis of the person in the online church. I love that. And Mama says I give the best hugs. So the hugging saint said you were a good hugger. If anyone doesn't know who Amma is, yeah, it's kind of a big deal to get that kind of compliment. So I love that, Susan. Oh my goodness. All right. And then Yanu says, this really resonates with my soul, as music has always been a major part of my life and want to continue. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, see, Susan, you're already reaching people in the chat as well. So what you're doing is so beautiful, and I'm very excited for you, dear. Okay, Miss Nancy, welcome. I'll go ahead and get your question in. And Susan says, thanks so much. No, actually, my mom said that, but Alma's hugs are amazing. Well, I love that mom said that too. And Alma is a mother to us all as well, so she counts. Oh, okay. And join us, yes, especially if you have an online. That would be great. I know that you have an online Bible study. I've been reading a lot about, I reopened my Bible to look at the way that Jesus talked about foreigners and how to treat them. And I've been writing down a bunch of scriptures about that and journaling on it. So yeah, because there's a lot of people that need healing in that area, especially in Los Estados Unidos. Okay. Oh, and Rhoda is here. Oh, you sent a donation. Thank you for letting me know, Rhoda. I really appreciate that. It's called you Rhoda. That's the consort to Krishna. You can tell I've been reading my spiritual text today. It's good to see you, dear. Oh my goodness. Yes, he knows how to treat foreigners, doesn't he? I've been reading a lot about that and just going, this could bring a lot of healing to people if they read this, you know? And thank you for your donation. Yes. Oh. All right. So I'm going to see if we've got any other questions coming in while I was doing Susan's reading. And Harmonia Tarot, thank you. It's lovely to see you, dear. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So our next lovely question is Rhoda, and then we have the lovely, let me see here, Amy. Okay. All right. So we have Amy, and then we have, no, I'm going to do Amy and then Rhoda. Okay. So Rhoda, go ahead and put your question in. Okay, Rhoda, and then I'll get to you next. Okay, because I don't see your question in yet. Amy says, I would love a message for the month of June, please. You got it. I'm excited for Jupiter in Cancer, guys. I don't know about you, but Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, and we could use all the good vibes right now. My goodness, are we going through it? Okay, Miss Amy, message for the month of June. My main deck is saying no to a lot of readings tonight. It's interesting. It's like, use this one. Okay. Maybe they like the imagery a little better. It's interesting what the guides like to direct me toward. Ooh, you got some stuff coming your way. Ooh, you got good stuff coming your way. Okay. I love seeing this. Okay, Miss Amy. The main energy that I am getting in and around you for the month of June is this is a month of communication, analysis, of really figuring out who you are as a thinker, okay, as someone, as a planner, okay, because Mercury rules our intellect. When we're born, we have these soft baby brains, and we come out of mom, and we're looking around, and we're touching, and we're feeling, and we're hearing language, and we're analyzing. That's when our Mercury starts to develop. It's when we start to learn what's going on in our environment and adapt and try to, eventually survive as we grow as children. So this is a time for you to really focus on your communications, your analytical abilities, how you are coming across communication wise with other people. Okay. There is something you need to walk away from emotionally that you haven't walked away from. You see how she's walking away from the song bowl here in the ocean? She's going, this no longer serves my purpose. Is this something emotional in your life that you have been maybe obsessing about a little too much, mentally overthinking, maybe causing a little anxiety? They're saying, let it go, Amy. It's not doing you any good. Okay. Let it go, because you got some good stuff coming your way. I got the Two of Wands. This is a month of planning, contemplation, doing your research. Now look that she's got a world, and she's got a map, and she's got a little Volkswagen bus there. If you've been thinking about moving to another country, just maybe, or traveling the country or something like that, that's fully supported. Now's the time to make those plans. Maybe watch a few YouTube channels of people that have already done it, so that you can get some, research and planning down. So before you go, you have everything ready to go. Okay. So they're asking you to focusing your intellect on your goals regarding travel and planning and projects that are near and dear to you that involve action. Okay. I'm getting some kind of travel, whether it's local or long distance, it's supported. Okay. When you do this, your whole world is going to open up, Amy. Okay. Because I got a really good card. I got the wish card. I got the 9 of Cups. So as you can see here, this is fulfillment. It's realization. Her wishes are getting fulfilled. Happiness, satisfaction, gifts, and contentment. So plan, and your dreams will come true. But walk away from that emotional ick that's like making you overthink, and instead focus your intellect on planning and wish fulfillment. Okay, because you got some good things coming your way. Spirit's supporting it. They just want you to walk away emotionally for something that you've been clinging a little too tightly to. Okay, my dear? Okay. And I hope that was helpful. And I want to go to Sedona, really dipping my toes into spirituality. I love that. Plan it. Sedona is where we have our Vedic Astrology conference here. It's beautiful. You'll definitely feel the spiritual energy there. So I think that's just spirit literally saying, hey, we've got your back. Let's do it. All right. Oh, I love that for you. And Lisa, welcome. I will go ahead and get your question in. I love your photo. And yes, Soko, I go in order after I get to the tippers, okay? And I'm so glad that you're here with us. I will pull a card for you. We have a long list, so make sure you're in the audience when I call you, okay, dear? All right. Now, Rhoda, you are next. So, the most important things I need to be aware of this month. Okay, you got it. Okay. Did I get the Rasuri question? I think I did. Yes, I did. Rasuri is in Rahu El Suri is in the questions. Thank you for letting me know, Venus. Yes, and Nancy, as soon as you ask a question, I go ahead and star it, so you don't have to keep asking it. All right, Miss Rhoda, here we go. Ooh. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa Vibes. It's great to have you here, dear. Ooh. Okay, anything else? Okay. Things you need to be aware of. These are some interesting cards. Okay, so Miss Rhoda, the first card that I got was the fourth house. Okay, this is the house of home and family. And Jupiter just moved into Cancer. So know that this area is being supported, but they're going to kind of test you in this area a little bit this month. This is also the card of mom. And I love the relationship you have with your mom. You guys send each other the cutest Facebook posts. It's like, I always heart them because not everyone has a great mom. You have a really great mom. So it's like for someone who doesn't, it's like I look at your stuff and it's like, wow, oh, that makes me happy that you have a really good one. So, and she's adorable. So there's something about home, family, mom, something that's going to be coming up. Okay. Now, you know that you're prepared for this, but I did get the Six of Wands. Okay. There's an unfavorable outcome because it came up upside down. So, and it might cause you to like lose your confidence a little bit. Don't lose your confidence. You are winning right now, especially in your career and all the wonderful people that you're helping. Okay, so but there is something that's going to happen at home, or if you're, the way that you feel stable, that's going to be a little oof. So I asked if there was like a person in the family that would kind of show themselves, and I don't know if you have like a young son or like a really rajasic brother or something like that, but I got that this is a male who's a fast mover. Okay, this is someone who's normally, they're like, let's go, let's like, he's chasing a motorcycle, right? He's got his bow and arrow there with him. This is a very fast night. This is a guy that just is like, let's go. But it came up upside down. So this is kind of, this is someone who's really struggling with their behaviors. Okay, they're making rash decisions. They're thinking too fast, and they're not really taking time to slow down and think over their actions. Okay, so this can bring a delay in your plans, right? And it can represent the departure of someone because they're not practicing enough patience, and there might be a negative confrontation with this person, maybe some insensitive words exchanged, something like that. It's definitely going to be verbal, but just kind of take this with a grain of salt. Know that it is just something that they're working through. It's their own baggage, and that it's not for you to take on, but for you to just kind of sit back and reflect upon, because I got the reflection card for how to handle this energy. Okay. Now, as you can see, Ganesha here is reflecting upon a beautiful peacock feather. His brother Skanda, god of war, rides a peacock. So this kind of tells me that this is time to honor the wisdom within yourself. Okay. And your guides are here to help you follow your own light and not try to take on the baggage of others this month. Okay. So know that peacocks, that's what he's gazing at right here, this little peacock feather, they represent kindness, patience, and good fortune. They're said to carry a lot of spiritual healing energy. So even though this is going to be a bit of a negative confrontation, it's opening the door for you to seek more balance and harmony in your life. This person might leave for a little bit, and they need to do that because they need to kind of work on their own healing energy, and the universe will support them too. But you can use this energy to heal any imbalances you feel after the confrontation. Okay. Know that you've reached a point in your life's journey where self-judgment and criticism no longer serve you. That's why you're able to step out and help so many beautiful people. And know that each of us has our own unique path. And through self-awareness and observation, you'll be able to see that everyone is working toward the same objective on their own individual path. And we have to let some people go, especially when they're dealing with a lot of negative attitudes and behaviors, and they're verbally not acting right. Okay, so this is beyond your control, and so release the need to take responsibility when this happens, and recognize that the beauty of each of our paths can bless the journey of others. So just focus on your path. Don't allow it to stir you up too much, and through reflection and visualization, you can get in touch with that wiser voice within you and learn to kind of let go of the need to carry the baggage that's not yours. Okay. All right. And you do have the best family, your son probably. Okay, all right. So he might be met with something. Just know that that's just something that his soul is testing him with, and that you can just take a step back and give him the space that he needs to do that if you believe it's your son. Okay. I'm getting that it would be a younger male. They don't always show me because I don't know, like some people, they're more private with their energy. So I'll get like, when people are like really open, I'll see everything. And it's like, okay. But it's a male energy that's a little pushy, okay, especially verbally. Thinks fast, runs fast, gets things done fast, speaks fast, okay? All right. Hey, Yush, welcome. And then your son is 13 but doesn't live with you. Well, I did get it reversed, so it's possible that he might be dealing with something that's outside of where you're at. Okay. All right. And blessings to you. I hope that all goes well. But know that whenever I pull that card, that's also my card for bad internet. But it was also my card for my little dog Fox. I had him till he was almost 16. And whenever he got sick, I would pull that card because he was just like, go, 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 do, do, do. And he was like this little 3-pound chihuahua, but he had the attitude of like, how do I say this? He was fearless. Like he would do anything. He was just like, he was a little warrior. But when he got sick, he slowed down, you know? So there's someone in your life that's going to experience some delays, some setbacks, that's used to just go, 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 do, do, do. Okay. All right. And you asked if he's asking if this is she is asking if this is the Chicago skyline. My husband's from Chicago, so I love that. It's actually Mexico City. So Mexico City is a lot like Chicago, according to my husband. So I hope you enjoy it. Once it gets a little darker, I'll go ahead and turn off the light in here, and you guys can get the night sky. So, and you're welcome, dear, and blessings to you in the month of June. You got this. All right. So let's go on to our next question. All right. Okay, I think we got through our tippers. Yay! All right, now I'm going to do a little bit of a lightning round. So our first question came from Maria. Are you here, Maria? Please check in. Please check in, Miss Maria. Oh, and you love my chair cover. Yeah, it's got the mantras on it. Yeah, my husband and I do our mantra practice every day. We do it for all the planetary deities, and we do the Graha, the Adi, and the Pratyadi, and then we also do the longer mantras depending on the season. And we love our mantra practice, huh, honey? We do, yeah. We go from 4 to 7 every day, every morning, and we just love it. So, and yeah, you can ask a question, but just know that there's a long list. Okay, my dear? Welcome. Maria, I'm not seeing you. Please check in. Oh, it's fun to be in your energy too, Barbara. Thank you, dear. You're very welcome. I have, okay, so Vishnu is like front and center in my my altar, and it's a book, and it has the entire Sahasranam practice in the book. So yeah, I love that. Do you do that? That's really cool if you do that. That's very auspicious, especially during Kali Yuga. All right, we are moving on to Sybil. Are you here, Miss Sybil? Please check in. And then after Sybil, I have Shah. Are you here, Shah? Please check in. Sybil and Shah. Sybil's here. Yay. Okay, Sybil. Do I have a twin flame or life mate? Thank you. I think I've pulled cards for you regarding this before. You can remind me. I do a lot of readings, so let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so Miss Sybil, I went ahead and pulled a card for you because we do have a lot of we have a lot of people coming in. I got the lovely King of Swords. This tells me who your soulmate is likely to be like. This is Aquarius. Okay, this is someone who is this is an intellectual. They're an authority. They love to brainstorm. They're very diplomatic. They can be kind of forceful when it comes to their intellect, but they're a skillful negotiator. They're very skillful when it comes to anything mental. Okay, they can be fair decision makers because they have very high IQs. Now, with a high IQ, and I found this, Jonathan comes from a family of them because he's got engineers and scientists in his family, can bring a low EQ. So their feelings might be a little blocked. Okay, so this is kind of my card for Spock. You know, if you've ever seen Star Trek. Spock was a brilliant Vulcan, but he was a Vulcan, right, honey? Okay. He was a brilliant Vulcan, but he lacked the emotional connection that a lot of humans had. Okay, so that was kind of the basis of his character. Now, what you can do is you can help this person with their EQ, and they can help you with your IQ. It's kind of an exchange of gifts. So no, but and when it's a king, this is someone who really understands the intellect. Okay, they have a lot of external authority and mastery here. So that's the overall energy that I got for someone that could possibly be your twin. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, I only use the Vishu Sahasratam. Oh, that's great. I love that. That's wonderful. And then I will go ahead and get your question in. Ayush, you got it. All right. Yeah, as a Jyotish practitioner, we do all the mantras, but we realize that it's all one Atman. So it's Om Tat Sat Tatwamasi, right? So, oh goodness. Shah, are you here? Please check in, Shah. Are you here? And you're welcome, Sybil. Shah, are you here? Nessie, you're after Shah. Are you here, Nessie? Please check in. Shah's here. Yay. All right. I had a big step back and it changed my overall life. Do you see anything changing soon? Financially, do you see me going back to work? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, a lot of us are going through that, especially with layoffs and a lot of changes going on in the collective. Okay. What do you guys think about? Okay. Now, Shaw, I don't see you going back to work right now. Oh, Jazz. Okay, good to see you. And Nessie, thank you for checking in. And I'll go ahead and get your question in, Jazz. All right. So, let me pull a karma card to see if they have anything there. Okay, we do. Okay, now this is the 6th house. It literally says a full-time job at the front of the card and service and doing a little bit at a time. So I don't know what kind of job that you had, Shaw, but that's the kind of job that they're asking you to step into, is something that's very service-based. I don't know where Saturn is in your chart right now, but whenever I pull 6th house, this tells me that there's some kind of karma involved with what you are set to do, okay? The importance of this is in the next card, all right? I got the 3 of Wands, but it came up reversed. This is delays, misaligned expectations, missed opportunities. You know, there was a failed project or goal, and that was part of the setback, and you need to take a step back and reflect because you're not ready for a new job yet, because you need to change your perspective, okay? The opportunity that's awaiting for you is something that you're not looking for right now, okay? The reason for that is I asked what the setback was, And I got the Six of Cups, but it came up reversed. This tells me that you're stuck in the past, or you're not remembering the past correctly. There was something that happened in the last position that was supposed to teach you something, and you're still working through it. And the next opportunity is not going to present itself until you've learned from it. Once you do, they're asking you to step into a job of service, okay? Service to the collective. One that may not pay as much as you'd like, but will in the heavenly realms. Let's just put it that way. You might have to take on something that is, you may feel a little bit below you or subordinate, but it's going to help you in the long run. But you're not ready for it yet because you didn't learn from what you were supposed to learn in your last job. That's why the delay is happening right now. Okay. And that resonates. All right. So once you find out what that lesson is, that door is going to open, and it will be a service-based opportunity. Okay. Okay. Oh, I do have connections in England. Okay, Andrew, he does my software. I'm connected with him, and then my guru is Komilla Sutton, and she lived in England for a while. She's in California now. So yeah, I do have connections there. That's great. And you're very welcome, Shaw. I hope that was helpful, my dear. Okay. All right, Nessie, you are next. How does Dia feel if reaching out to her and her true feelings? Okay. DIA, if I reach out to her and what are her true feelings? You got it. Okay. Ooh. I would not recommend reaching out to them based on the first card I just pulled. Okay? There's something that just needs to end. Okay? Let's see what you guys have to say. All right. You may not be seeing things as clearly as you should with this person. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, so Nessie, the first card I got was Pluto. This is the god of death, Yama. All right, so this tells me that you just need to, this is the death card. Okay, move on. Something else is going to grow in the place of whatever was there before. Okay, this is an ending. Okay, this is not a physical death. It's just an ending to make room for a new beginning. Okay, so there need to be endings before new beginnings can come into our lives. Okay, it's important that you don't go into any avoidance or denial regarding what went on with this person, and that you take some time for rest and withdrawal so that you can reflect on what really happened, because you're still a little blind as to what's going on there. Okay, you're not able to make a sound decision moving forward because you haven't really seen the lesson that this person was trying to teach you. Okay, you know, answers through meditation and reflection, especially journaling, can help you as well here. All right, so that's the main energy that I'm getting in and around this person. Okay, then I got the Four of Pentacles, but it came up upside down. Okay, this is possessiveness. But it's also about releasing unjustified fears. Just enjoy what you have and let go of any expectations that you had in that relationship. Stop trying to control the coulda, woulda, shoulda in your head and just move on. Okay. This person was here to teach you something, and they're recommending that the ending needs to be now. All right. So reaching out is a no for now. Okay, dear. All right. Let's see here. And then, no, you did not miss your turn. Okay. All right. And welcome, Trey. Good to see you. And you're so welcome, Nessie. Trey Jones is here. Good to see you. All right. So our next lovely question is, so gold, you just came back. Yay! Just in time. Quick reading, is Ashlesha coming back, or is she making out with someone else? Well, I'm not going to look into whether she's doing that, but I will tell you what your relationship would look like with her if you tried. Now, an ex is an ex for a reason. I'm an Aquarian, so when my relationships are over, they're over. Like, okay, I'm kind of Queen of Swords when it comes to my relationships. So I know everyone is a little different, but if someone wrongs me or if it doesn't work out, it's like, thank you for the lesson, goodbye. So let's see here. Okay. Is she coming back? Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, there's over 8 billion people in the world. That's what I tell myself whenever, someone does something that causes a separation. Okay. Did this person have kids? Okay, you like her. That's I know, I get it. But it's not always good for you. But did this person have any children? Because this card can mean one or two things. Yes. Okay. That was the issue. All right. So I got the 5th house of children. Okay. So there's something going on there regarding children that is blocking her ability to pursue something long-term with you specifically. Okay. So there's something going on there. All right. So I asked if it would work out for you in the long run. And I got the 10 of Wands, but it came up reversed. So this tells me that you need to release it. You're not going to see the results of your hard work in this relationship. And you'll be wasting your energy. Okay? Because this person has other responsibilities and other things that their mind is on. And those things will get in the way of having a relationship with you. All right? This is what you should focus on. Okay, my dear, this is what's going to bring you into a new way of thinking and being. I went to my Mahabharata oracle and I pulled the lovely Drona. I love him. Okay, so enjoy what the relationship is trying to teach you. And, you learned a lot about yourself through this union. Now it's time to move on to another adventure. Okay, know that the journey is more rewarding than the destination. So even though you did not end up with this person, it indicates that there's some unfilled potential and spiritual awakening and choosing the right path in the future. And I asked what that right path would bring you, and I got a really good card. I got more loyalty because you haven't been given as much loyalty in the past. Okay? So a partner or friend who stands by you and is loyal to you is important. You want your loyalty to be reciprocated. All right? So this person having children, it complicated things. All right? You need someone who is able to be with you for the right reasons and not stray. Okay? That's all I'll say. But move on. Move on to your next big adventure. If you want to look him up, Drona is a really cool character in the Mahabharata because that's what they're asking, the energy that they're asking you to step into. Okay? So the answer is no, but there's something better waiting. And she taught you a lot about what loyalty looks like to you and what you should deserve in return. Okay? So, and okay. All right. All right. And it's a big glass building. It's just a big glass building. So, yeah. So, okay. Now let's go on to our next question. Is Nancy here? And then we have Lisa Vibes. Is Nancy here? Please check in, Miss Nancy. And questions are closed unless we get a tipper because it's getting a little late. Okay, everybody? And Sokol, am I married? Am I married, Jonathan?
Last I heard, yeah.
That's the hubby. Lisa's here. Okay, you're next, Lisa. You're right after Nancy. And gracious greetings to you too, Kiki. Okay. All right. I'm wondering if the man I had an affair with, Sam and Frank, are a part of a group of enemies trying to cause problems. Should I approach his wife and tell her everything? Ooh, that is some drama, Nancy. My goodness. Okay, well, we need to turn off the lights for this one. Honey, you want to get the lights over here and I'll go into cinematic mode? All right. You guys tell me if you guys can see me okay. I'm going to go dark for a second until I change the lighting. There's bright, and then we're going to go to cinematic. Oh, that's too dark, honey. Can you turn on the light in the bedroom and then the light over here? Ooh, whoa. Okay, honey, watch out. There's wires. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to sit here in the dark for a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. And then try to get the light over here so you guys can see the Mexico skyline. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? Oh, so pretty. So while he's turning on the lights for me, I will pull a few cards for you. And the bathroom, yeah, that light over there. There we go. That's the ticket. All right. So you guys can see. And then you could turn off the kitchen light, babe, so that they can see the Mexico skyline because it's getting in the way, the water bottle. There it is. All right. So now that we have the mood set, let's go ahead and answer your question. Okay. Well, one, it's never good to salmon pick a part of a group of enemies trying to come to. So if is the person you're with, you had an affair with, so did you know about the wife? When you had the affair, or did this just come to light? Because that's going to make a difference on how she reacts, I can tell you that. Oh, Ayush, yeah, I can tell you where you're at. You were right after Rahul Suri. So we have Nancy and then Lisa and then Rahul Suri and then Ayushi and Jess. Okay. Oh, and thank you, Nancy. I was, and yes, but people are still angry about it. Okay. All right. Well, you've learned your lesson not to be involved with a married person. So that's good. Okay. So this is a very delicate situation, my dear. Okay. And it needs to be approached with the absolute most care because you're dealing with someone's heart here because this person married them. So they're the person who is the most aggrieved here. All right. I got the star. Okay. This tells me that this is all about purification, renewal, illumination. So this tells me that it's important that you offer light to the situation, but do not play rescue. Okay. This is healing through example, not sacrifice. So it's important that you don't martyr yourself in the process of bringing this to light. It's supported, but don't take all of the responsibility for it. A woman who's truly secure with herself is going to look at her husband and say, you broke your vows. You're not married. You didn't break any vows, but the fact that you knew about it does put you as a co-conspirator, okay? But he is the main person to blame here because he made a vow to his wife and he broke it, okay? So it's important that you do not become a martyr when you, it's good to be vulnerable. It's good to provide some healing. You have nothing to hide, nothing to prove. She's naked in the car. You're going to feel a little naked telling her this, but again, heal through example, not sacrifice. So shine a light on it. They support that. Okay. But be very careful in how you do it so that not all the fingers are pointed at you when it all comes out. Okay. I got the Judgment card. This is perfect because this is a reckoning. This needs to be atoned. Yeah. They're saying you need to tell her. Okay, so awakening can't be forced. It must be chosen. But his soul needs to be held accountable for what he did, and he needs to make a conscious change. And she does too, because I would want to know if my husband was cheating on me. Right, Jonathan? He's like, yep, I don't have to worry about that. We are like 24/7 couple. Like I definitely know. But I've had this happen in other relationships, and I really appreciated women that were also dating the guy that I was dating coming up to me and saying, I noticed you were wearing an engagement ring. I was wearing that last week and I thought I'd lost it. Stuff like that. And I went, what? So I appreciated the fact that that person told me so that I wasn't wasting my time with someone who did not want to be with me. Because if they're seeing other people, the marriage is over because the trust is gone, right? All right. Now here's some advice I can give you as far as how to handle this. Okay. I did get a good card for what you're going to need to do to step into this situation. I got, this is Gatocha. Okay. Now he represents dormant power awakening when hidden allies arise. Okay. So you're stronger than you realize. You can do this, but you need support through a protector. Okay. That's going to help with any imbalances. So if there's another person who kind of knows what's been going on behind the scenes, maybe sit down with her for coffee and bring that other person. So it's not just focused on you. Okay. This is a powerful backer, a mentor. This is someone who can negotiate, pivot, assert authority when needed, because their strategic flexibility in the conversation will bring you to your advantage. Don't leave her alone. Bring someone with you that understands the situation and can be like, yeah, this happened and we wanted to tell you, the backer, all right, wanted to tell you because their power can help you feel supported as you go through this, and it won't be just her and you. Because I just don't think it's wise for you to meet her by yourself. I think you need to bring someone with you that understands the situation and both parties involved, and that can provide another perspective so that it's not as concentrated on you specifically. Because again, yes, you are a co-conspirator, but this is his fault because he's the married one. All right. And that's kind of where this needs to lead. Again, I didn't blame any of the women and I had so many cheaters in my 20s. I didn't blame any of the women that my exes were seeing. I appreciated the fact they told me what they told me, and I went and I found a better relationship for me. And I found one. Okay, he's not going anywhere. Never cheated on me. I don't have to worry about it. He's my best friend. Okay, and that's the kind of relationship you need to seek in the future. But don't do it alone. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, all right. You will. Good. All right. People are still angry about it. That's why you need to, bring someone with you. Okay. All right. Is Rahul Suri here? Please check in, my dear. Let me know if you're here. And then Ayush, you are after that. And then we have the lovely Jazz. So please check in. I know Ayush is here. And you're very welcome, Nancy. Best of luck. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of drama. Okay. Lisa's vibes is here. Yay. That's awesome. Okay. So Lisa, oh yeah, you're next. Lisa's next. And then we have, then we'll do Ayush. Okay. So Lisa, I'd like to receive a message from my spirit guide or guardian angel. Oh, I love that. And I love your photo too. You're so cute. Okay. All right, guides and angels for Miss Lisa. Ooh, we got some good ones. Okay. Now, I don't know if you've been a little scattered in your thinking lately, but that's kind of what the cards are showing me a little bit, but there is a way through this. The first card I got was Libra. So there's a need for some balance in your life. Libra also represents relationships, partnerships, working with other people. Okay. And then I got Virgo. This is my service card. This is all about really paying attention to the details and looking at the this is my dot your I's, cross your T's card. It's about really looking at your relationships with a fine-tooth comb, okay? Analyzing them in a way that isn't more of like a macro perspective, but more of a micro perspective, okay? So they want you to reevaluate the way that you look at these things, because I'm getting that your mind might be a little scattered lately. I don't know if you had something recent happen, but what I got was the Page of Swords, but it came up reversed. And this does look a little bit like you, okay? So, her hair's in the wind. She's got these ideas. She's reading a book, but this came up upside down. We want to get her right side up again. So this tells me that maybe this represents a little bit of fear. It's kind of like my all talk, no action card. Like there's something that is, there's some false promises going on, someone being forward pushy, a little stalkery. So it's important that you are really paying attention to your surroundings, what's going on in and around you, that you are trying not to get too mentally scattered, okay? Because there's something regarding your relationships that you may not be seeing, okay, that needs your attention. It needs you to spend a little more time focusing in on that, okay, mentally, and seeing what's going on. And it's just, yeah, okay, yes, I'm very overstimulated. My mind's going. Well, that's what these little, if you can see the card, she's got all of these ideas going, and she's reading a book, and she's walking a tightrope, and she's, she's very young, and she's full of wonderful ideas. But when it's upside down, it means that she's fallen off her tightrope. So it's important that you focus your energy in on one thing at a time and try not to do it all at once. Okay. I have a friend who has ADHD that really struggles with this. And what they try to do is they'll make a list, and then they'll only do that one thing on the list. And then they'll keep coming back to that one point on the list. But they know that the other things are still there. All the ideas are still there, but they try to focus and pinpoint their mind on that. They're also on medication, which helps, but that's something. Okay. Oh yes, that's me. So accurate. Okay. So they're asking you to focus your mind in a little more. You've got a lot of great ideas. They're beautiful. They can really help it. You're lacking balance. All right. Again, she's on a tightrope. You don't want to fall off that tightrope, but you do have all of those beautiful ideas. Okay. That need to be, they need to be expressed, because you have a lot that you can give back as far as things that are going through your head all the time. Now, I got the Nine of Cups reversed. This also tells me that there's some emotional excess in your life. Okay, unrealistic expectations or emotional loss. This is also my substance or addiction card. So if you find yourself to be overly mentally and emotionally focused on something, your wishes can't come true. So what your angels are telling you is you've got all these great ideas. You're a fast thinker. You are able to put a lot of really great things out there, but the scattered thinking is going to keep you, like I said, she's dropping all the bowls here. She's falling off of the tightrope here. So if you're able to focus a little more, you'll be able to make just one goal at a time come to fruition. But it's important that you rein in all of that energy and try to focus it. Okay, my dear? I hope that was helpful. All right. And then, all right, Jazz is here. You are, Ayush, are you here, Ayush? Please check in. All right, you checked in. All right. Do you think I should travel back to my home, a different country, and rent both end of July? I don't have post-university plans. Okay, so do you think you should travel back to your hometown or a different country? Okay, let's check this out. All right, we'll pick one card for home. Oh, okay. And then another country. What do you guys have for another country? Okay, I have better cards for another country than I have for home. Okay, for home, I got Four of Wands reversed. This is Oh, I meant my hometown or not, because it's in another country. Okay, I was wondering what was going on. I got to know. Okay, so I got to know for that. I got Five of Pentacles. It's going to be, some regrets going on. You might feel a little stuck, not a lot to do. And then I got Four of Wands reversed, meaning this is the lack of celebration card. So I got to know for that. I got that your hard work won't really pay off when it comes to like wanting to go back home. So it's maybe important to kind of stay where you are. What they want you to do is stay where you are. You can even rent a place in your area if you like to, and focus your. They're talking about maybe doing. This came up upright for you, by the way. Stepping into some study. Okay, this is a really great card to get because it tells me that you there might be some. I don't know if there's like a summer study program or a way of getting ahead when it comes to the curriculum. But when I pull this card, it tells me that there's an opportunity, some kind of opportunity to learn for you, a new project or ideas. That's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting Lord Booth, like Mercury kind of energy in and around this. All right. And then I got for you not going home. I got the star. Okay. So this is all about illumination and peace, rejuvenation, optimism, art, hope, renewal, health, faith. It's a great card to get. It's about, really focusing in on your goals. So what this tells me is if you don't go home, you're still going to continue to expand your studies and connect with your higher self where you're at. Okay. But going home, I did not get good cards for that. Okay. All right. And Jazz, I would like to ask for guidance from the universe in the upcoming months. You got it, Jazz. Okay. And Lyser G. Casserole, which card gives me your number? What's my number, honey? This is my husband.
Number one. Back off the casserole.
Back off the casserole. That's the hubby. I'm taken. Oh my goodness. Apparently I look good tonight, honey. I appreciate that because you guys, I just got off of food poisoning and I'm not feeling really pretty. So, oh, that's so funny. Fairs, I should stay. It'll be a little problematic with money. Yeah. So, and you made Venus laugh, Jonathan. Oh, it's funny. Okay. So let me get to Jazz's question. Guidance from the universe for the upcoming months. I got good cards for you. This seems to be a theme. We got a lot of pages in the cards tonight. The main thing that I'm getting, and this could be a young person in your life, or it could just you be stepping into a more youthful energy. But I got the Page of Wands. Okay, this is all about spontaneity, enthusiasm, youthfulness, new ideas coming your way, plans. You're going to feel motivated this month to rise against challenges, and there's going to be some limitless possibilities coming your way, Jazz. I mean, look how happy she is. She's throwing that baton in the air and she's ready to go. So this tells me it's going to be something new. And if you have any younger people in your family, this is a great time to spend time with them because it's summer. They're off of school and they're stepping into this, just a few months off to spend time with family and do things. And then I got a Ten of Pentacles. Okay. This is my happy family card. This is security, heritage, wealth, lineage, really spending time together with family. So if there's a family event, go have fun. It's supported. Month of June supports that. So great cards for you. I mean, you can't get really much better than that. And I love in the Ten of Pentacles how, they're dancing, they're having a good time, so if there's like a barbecue or a get together or something like that you're inviting to, then hey, yeah. And you have many new responsibilities at work. Okay, well, make sure that you spend time with family. And then this can be the new responsibilities that you're taking on. But, make sure to maintain that work-life balance. Okay, my dear? All right. Well, I managed to finish all of the questions. If you guys watched the replay, I went ahead and did Jupiter through all of the signs for the Vedic. If you don't know your Vedic sign, I got a calculator on my site, astrologicaltarot.com. But yeah, definitely check that out. It's a full year in review of what you can expect as far as blessings coming your way. And we want to know those dates, right? So I want to thank you all for being here. Venus, you are the mod with the most. I appreciate you so much for helping out in the chat. And yes, and you're so welcome for the reading, Jazz. Thank you for your feedback. And I'm sending you all tons of love as you move into the next week. I'm here every Monday, same time. So make sure to join me next week. And I look forward to seeing you then. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Love. Take care, everyone.